What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the video, part 2. I know part 1 was a little bit too long. I kind of OD on that, but it is what it is. So let's get into this video, answer some of your questions. If you're new and you like my stuff, subscribe and shoot that like button as well. But no further ado, let's get into the questions in the video. Alright, so question number 1. I want to know about your learning process from Narco. How did you get started, or what were your first steps? Before I started playing Call of Duty Mobile, guys, I was playing video games competitively back when I was younger. For the games Counter-Strike Source, Star Wars Republic Commando, Combat Arms, and many other FPS games as well. I was a sniper for most of the games that I did. And during that game in Counter-Strike Source, I was also getting trained by pro players who taught me and the team that I was in for competitions and tournaments. The first video I found from him was from season 6 is when I found him. And the video that I seen was like a tips and tricks video, but he didn't have that voice actor. He had that robot voice still. The way his style is, the editing, it's like a movie / documentary, and as well as how he plays is what got me hooked to Narco himself. Like, it's just, he's a very unique player. The way how he moves and stuff, that's something that fascinates me and something that I want to improve as well in the game. Movement was something I was big in, and different games that I was in, that's something that I always try to do. And seeing Narco do that kind of reminded me of me back in my other games. But I mean, the guy's just, that's why they call him the legend. Guys, until this day, I still watch Narco's videos, his old ones to his new ones, and I still comment on them, honestly, guys, like, no cap. And I'll go back to that video, tell him what I learned and how my experience went, and then on the next video I'll do the same thing. I kid you not, if you go to his videos now, you'll probably see one of my comments on every single video of me explaining him how my day went by using his tips and tricks, or how I reached 1,000 subscribers or whatnot. I always go to his channel, comment, let him know how thankful I am and what I learned. And that was it. Alright, next question. How do you perfect timing on the shoot/shoot tricks? I'm trying to do it, but crouch when I'm slide, and it's hard when enemies start to shoot you first. So when it comes to the shoot/shoot technique, guys, for those who don't know what it is, go to my playlist on the tips and tricks, episode 2 of Book of Bougie. I explain how I do this, as well as the other video, how to survive close combat. But how do I perfect the timing? Well, like I mentioned on episode 2, everyone has a reaction time. The normal reaction time for a human being is 0.25 seconds. So for example, let's say I'm the bad guy and you guys are Mark, or you guys are trying to kill me. But I'm facing this way, right? With my rifle, whatnot, blah, blah, blah. You know what? Let's use a hanger. Let's say I'm the enemy and you guys are trying to kill me, but I'm facing this way, right? And you guys are already looking at me or turning to me, but it takes me 0.25 seconds to realize that you're on my right hand side. So that late reaction gives you guys that time to where you need to react as well. So as soon as I'm turning, this is when you want to slide to the opposite direction that I'm turning to, and that's how normally I do it. So when I'm turning, or the enemy is turning, that's when you want to do the shoot/shoot technique, or relocate, whatever. It's all about repositioning, localizing, and reaction time for me. That's how I survive most of my battles. Because most players, what they tend to do, I mean, sometimes I should do it as well, because the shoot/shoot has its 50-50 chance, whatnot, depending how accurate you are, how fast you are, and your reaction time, as well as the player that you're going up against. So most players, what they do, as soon as they turn, they'll stay in that one position. And that's what most players always get killed so quickly, or their biggest mistake, because they stay still in one position when they can just move left, right, slide, or whatnot. Hopefully that answered your question. Are you a military army? Love your gameplay. Keep it up, my guy. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. You know, I get this question a lot. If I was in the military, or if I served, or if I did other things that's related to killing or whatnot. But I can tell you this, you know, when it comes to survival, fighting, killing, whatever the fuck it is, excuse my language, you know, the place that I grew up in, guys, the people I associated with were a lot of bad people and a lot of assholes, whatnot. The place that I used to live at, whatnot. I'm a very shy guy. I don't like fighting. I don't like being aggressive or whatnot. That's just, it makes me feel like an ugly person. I'm sure you guys can agree on that. You know, it made me become a different person to where I needed to be that person, if you understand what I'm trying to say. So, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do to survive. But, you know, like I said, as I got older, I got into stupid shit, a lot of stuff that were illegal, as well as meeting bad people and all that. And you adapt to those kind of environment to where you become someone you don't want to be, but you have to be. Yeah. God, bro, talking so much makes my throat dry. This one's from Mandeep Merith. Oh, he got 4 questions. That's what's up.
Oh, God.
We'll start with number 1. Which mobile phone you use? I use the iPhone XR. Number 2, what is your age? Where are you from? I just turned 27. Where am I from? I live in the United States. I was born in California, but I grew up in New York. Who's your favorite content YouTuber? You already know the vibes. Narco and Zara. But besides them guys, when I first started playing multiplayer, you know, I looked up to iFerg, Hawk's Nest, Jokesta, Godsley. For Battle Royale, you know, Zara, Narco. I love Parker, Ice Splinter, Antas on YouTube. I love watching these guys, or whenever they post or whatever, but I look up to those guys as well. So, how many hours do you play in a day? Before, when COVID happened, obviously we had a lot of free time. The most hours I would play was probably 6 hours max, but that's with breaks in between because I was playing with my sister, my friends, siblings, and I had a lot of free time. Now that I'm doing YouTube, it's a lot more active, as well as my live being more active. The most I play now is probably 4 hours max or 3 hours. But on free days that I do get, I try to play as much as I can to enjoy, because I spend a lot of time editing, because editing will take a lot of my time, honestly, and then as well as what I'm doing in life. So yeah. How long did it take you to get to your level, and is it possible for me to pay for some mentorship as well? I've been playing for a year though, and I think I get better. I still make stupid mistakes. Well, Alpha, let me tell you, I still make mistakes too. That's why I post videos of me dying and putting like little words or comments of what my mistake was. Just so you know, you like big players. Well, I don't consider myself as a big player, but at least a decent player. And I do die a lot sometimes. If you guys check my history on Battle Royale, for those who are on my friends list, I keep it shown because I'm not embarrassed of my losses, guys. I'm not embarrassed of if I died 6 times in a row in solo versus squad. It's a hard game, even for Narco and the big guys. They have their bad days. They have, you know, their off days, whatever you want to call it. Everyone dies. So it's okay. We all make mistakes, and sometimes we get frustrated and you want to smash your iPad or throw your phone. But how long did I get to my level? Honestly, around season 10 and season 11, that's where I started seeing improvement in the game. Like my confidence, I felt more comfortable with my layout, where my buttons were at, as well as my techniques, tips and tricks, strategies and all that. Like those are the seasons where I started seeing improvement in the game. And that's when a lot of people started noticing me as well, with whatever skills that they enjoy. Alright fam, that's all the questions I'm going to be answering today. Did you guys enjoy? I hope you did. If you guys would like to see more, comment down below and let me know. I had fun doing this, and I'll see you guys in the next one.